Hello, this is Liana Bolden with Eternally Speaking Now. Let's start with 1 Corinthians 13:4. Love is patient, love is kind. As a brand new mother, several years ago, like most, I was stunned by how difficult life had become. It wasn't necessarily my child was difficult, although he had his frequent newborn moments. And it wasn't just the baby blues I had to endure, although those were quite the experience. Rather, it was the pressure that I had put on myself to lean on mother's intuition that made things so difficult for me. When I was pregnant during childbirth classes, the instructors had referred to this thing called mother's intuition, assuming I'd just know what to do and when to do it. But after Zachariah was born, I had no clue what they were talking about. I did not know what cry was which. I had no idea what my newborn was, quote, telling me, and it wasn't clear what he needed when. I had no idea why he cried all the time. Breastfeeding was overwhelming, despite all those pre-birth classes. Hormones were raging, as you imagine and know yourself, women. And recovering from a C-section was certainly challenging at best. Mother's intuition? Not this gal. Well, time passed, and by the time our son was 2 years old, I had settled well into the extreme joy of motherhood. In the middle of a calm and quiet day, it suddenly hit me that I actually had a ton of this stuff called mother's intuition. But it had taken time and experience to know what it was and to let it develop. Yes, we all have an instinct to protect our children from harm and to meet their needs. That goes without saying. But how to do it, it does take time to learn. Until we get to know our child and practice some trial and error, we don't know exactly how to meet those needs. And isn't it like this in all areas of life? Whether we've become a new parent, begun a new job, sparked up a friendship, recently moved, started piano lessons, or undergone a large life change, it is easy to get frustrated. We can be tempted to give up too early, get mad at others, or to be too hard on ourselves. James 5, verses 7-8 says, "Therefore be patient, brethren, until the coming of the Lord. See how the farmer waits for the precious fruit of the earth, waiting patiently for it until it receives the early and latter rain. You also be patient. Establish your hearts, for the coming of the Lord is at hand." So let me leave you with a challenge today. Let's stop being so hard on ourselves. I am going to be nice to me today. Will you be nice to you? We can choose obedience to the Lord and still be kind. In fact, that is one aspect of God's love. As I read to you at the very beginning in 1 Corinthians, love is patient, love is kind. Give yourself room for time and experience in whatever season of life you are. God has given us muscles for many things, but it takes time to build up those muscles and to strengthen them through practice until we see evidence of progress. And that includes practicing kindness toward ourselves. I pray that Jesus would find us patient and kind when he does come, patient and kind with others, with ourselves, and with his divine plan and timing. Amen.